Thank you for joining us, and I have a special guest today. This is Stephen Henderson,
Hello.
and hi, thank you for joining us. And you're actually
It's
born
good
and
to be
raised
here.
in Hawaii.
In Hanamaui.
Wow. So we're going to talk a little bit about, you hear a lot of times health and wellness and spiritual and, exercising and fitness and all of that, but we also forget to make sure that we have good things that we're listening to, and music is a major part of that.
Absolutely. Well, my personal philosophy is music's sort of all inside of us anyway, and it's just a matter of bringing it out.
So staying in good energy and having good thoughts and people surrounding you that are positive is keeping your stress level down.
Absolutely. For me too, I think personally, music has always been a point of releasing pain. As an artist, it's part of I guess my duty and job to be able to convert my experiences into music and into stories that will allow people to hopefully connect and heal from whatever it is that they're going through at that particular time in their lives. I mean, we all go through really, really, really hard times, regardless of who we are and where we're at. And I think the most powerful experiences that I've received as an artist and as a performing artist have been when I've been able to connect with people with a song or with music that has touched them to a place where they're able to find a place of transcendence.
Yeah. Was there certain artists growing up that you would listen to and you're having maybe a hard time with mom and dad, and you go in your room and you listen to that song and it just made you feel better and inspired you for your music?
I think that sort of consciousness didn't come until a little bit later in my life, when I actually had to go through some harder stuff, and it was Bon Iver and his Forever Ago album that just got me through probably the toughest years of my life in college. And there's a few other artists, a guy named James Blake who's in Europe, and the Fleet Foxes, but they're all sort of more independent and guys I've been able to pick up. But definitely their music had a healing effect on my soul, on my mind, and just my psyche to be able to overcome and be in a spot so that I could move forward.
So you started playing, then you actually went to college and decided
this
is what you want to do for a career.
Yeah, I did. I started playing when I was a kid. I mean, I grew up in a musical family and was sort of an industry brat, and was a little bit later I got serious about it. I was like 13 when I started writing my own music, and I had mentors growing up, and then when I went to college I was like, okay, I'm going to be a doctor now. And it just didn't work out that way.
Wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't meant to be. Music took over. I ended up studying as many aspects of music as I could. I was a neuroscientist and looked at music from a neuroscience aspect and studied music in Alzheimer's. I did music in aging, and went to Stanford University, all
Wow.
doing it while over there. Did my undergrad and then finished a master's thesis on sacred music and the role of emotion and memory. And so I delved in as much as I could as soon as I found out that this was the music was what the way that I connected to the world and what I was meant to give. That was it for me. I was like that.
Well, you can see you light up
switched
when we
around.
start talking about
Yeah,
music.
it's
That's
sort of
great.
exactly how it is. Yeah.
Well, would you like to play one of your,
I'd love
your songs?
to.
And there was a song that you have that is dealing with health and wellness and
Yeah.
spirituality. And
This one actually was recently written not too long ago. It's a song called Sun, and it's about rebirth and learning how to let go of pain. And so all of these are very indicative of experiences,
Yes.
right? So
that we all have.
yeah,
of course.
exactly. But this one, I've always been extremely enamored by the fact that no matter what, no matter what nighttime it is, no matter any time of night will always end by sunrise. And so it's sort of the
And a new day.
theme of this song. And a new day. Yep.
Great.
So here we go. Hark a dozen times around, sad ships are sailing. Lonely long enough before love's light is fading. Can't you see where I'm headed now? Can't you see where I started? Can't you see in this misery a new sun is rising? A quarrel costs 1,000 lives, each worth its dollar. I told you this 1,000 times, the son's like his father. And I can't see where I'm headed now. I can't see where I started. I can't see in this misery a new sun is rising. Tell me again, tell me again, tell me again. Can't you see where I'm headed now? I can see where I started. I can see in this misery a new sun is rising.
Wow, it took me a moment to come back. So, yeah, it does take you to different places. That was amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for sharing. So you actually do concerts in Hawaii
I
and
do.
travel?
Yep, I'm touring around here in Oahu and in Maui and in San Francisco, and I have shows over at Surf at the Bar and Board Riders in Kailua, and over in Hana, Maui.
So take advantage of that, before you're famous.
Yeah.
Go to the smaller shows.
Go to the smaller shows before
you can say, I went to him when he was in a bar and, singing to 100 people before he was around, so.
Yeah, so just sort of getting my cracks as a new and upcoming artist here in the islands again. So.
Well, I have no doubt that will change very quickly from listening to this. So do you have a website?
I do. www.stephenhendersonmusic.com.
And do you want to spell the last name?
It's Stephen, Henderson, Henderson, music.com.
And they can also find you at
They'll find
HawaiiWellnessMagazine.com.
Yep, absolutely. Well. And I'm on YouTube at YouTube. Stephen H. Music is my handle, STPHEN H Music.
Is that what they say in music handle?
Yeah, well, it's my handle on YouTube and Twitter. And
I'm learning all the lingo,
all the lingo, yeah.
Great. And so you have an upcoming CD.
I do. Recording a brand new concept album using I'm a multi-instrumentalist and a looper pedal artist as well. So when I don't have a band with me, I have to find out ways to do things myself,
Like today.
Yeah. So it's an album called She, and the upcoming single will be released actually in April, and then we'll be actively
this April.
Yeah,
coming
this
up.
April
Wow.
coming up.
Okay.
Yep.
Very soon. I can't wait to hear more songs. And so you have one other song.
I
that
do.
you wanted to
I'll
share.
actually I'll play She for you guys, and
So,
this is the single coming up in April.
so everybody can stay healthy and centered and relaxed and listen to your music.
This one is a little bit more about love, but than it is about rebirth and stuff. That's
Well, they all are,
yeah.
of course.
So this one's called She. She says she wants me. I said you won't. She said she needs me. Oh no. I said oh no, no, no you don't. She says she's terrified about the things that she don't know. I said my love comes after I've learned to be alone. She couldn't help herself. She couldn't help herself. She said she'd love me, oh, despite all of my broken parts. She said she'd fix them. I said I've got to fix myself. She said she's dignified and that she'd give me all her heart. I said my love comes after I've learned to be myself. She couldn't help herself. She couldn't help herself. And though it's been so long since I have shared my love, if I just wait a little longer, babe, you're getting all my love. Da, 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 da. I told you love's not a pretty game. I told you love's not a pretty game. I told you love's not a pretty game. I told you love's not a pretty game, but she couldn't help herself.
Wow, thank you. That was just as amazing as possible. Well, I feel honored. It's every female's dream to have a private serenade from you. So if they'd like to come to your concerts. And
Absolutely.
well,
Check me out online, www.stephenhendersonmusic.com, and follow me on Twitter. That's
Great.
all updated stuff.
Great. So you can see you in person too.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. Mahalo.